we start first on the weekly, and okay, let me remove all these symbols so it will not be confusing. Okay, as you can see, the weekly was very bearish. So as you can see, look at this green candle. It was obviously retesting this neckline. So my bias for this week was bearish. On the daily, as you can see, price broke through this support on the daily some maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't know, but price broke through this support. As you can see how strong that break was. Price broke through this support, and for the past days it has been having a pullback to this structure, and you can see how little the candle was. There was no volatility at all compared to the break. The retest was just some bunch of weak bullish candles. The pullback is so weak compared to the break, which is something we love as break and retest traders. On the 4 hour, I don't have the playback too. I would have cancelled it, but I actually took the trade around here. So it's the trade I took. I have one rule: you don't need to catch every trade, you just need one 4 hour candle, So as you can see, then I always mark my zones on the 1 hour. Then if the 1 hour is not clear, I go to the 4 hour or 2 hour. Okay, let's stretch this out. Good. So I had my first zone here. I got my first zone here, and obviously we've not gotten the retest. Price was still here then, but when I look at my zone, I look at areas where price accumulated before breaking. As you can see from here, from this zone, we had a strong, we had a decent move to the upside. From this zone, you see price accumulated here for a little bit, then boom, went up, then broke. As you can see, this strong candle broke through this zone, which is something I love to see. And as you know, I only take trades in New York session. I don't take London or Asian session. I only trade New York session, strictly New York session. No matter how strong the setup is, if it does not happen in New York, I don't take it. So let's go. And coincidentally, the retest happened just around New York session. As you can see, we're having this this was London session over here. Boom. I took my entry on 5 minutes during for this to load and actually go full screen mode. I took my entry around here. I took my entry. I was waiting for a break of this 5-minute structure. So I was waiting for a break of this 5-minute structure over here. As you can see, we had an higher low, higher high, broke through this point, and here look at this sweet. I love saying this. Look at the rejection. Look at the rejection, and the minute price broke through this neckline, I was willing to take the trade. So I got my entry around here. Then my stop loss. I had my stop loss around here. I took this trade for a 1 to 2.6, I think. Yeah, as you can see. As you can see, let's go to 2 hour. I got out around this. I was targeting this low. As you can see, perfect take profit. I got out, and this trade actually got me out of drawdown on my 15k funded next challenge. I was in about 1.6% drawdown. But this trade got me out of that drawdown, which is beautiful. No, I was in about 2.6% drawdown. Actually, I had a setup on gold, but I lost because I was kind of impatient. The analysis was very correct. Sorry, not gold. CAD JPY. I mean, start on the weekly. From the weekly, you can see this was the point. Like, price got to this tip. I mean, we had a stupidly massive gap over the week. Look at this gap over here. Let me use this. You can see this. This gap happened when the week opened, and the market just flipped. So I knew maybe price was eventually going to come back, retest this. I'm actually going to be looking for sales this week. Yep. So on the 4 hour, I was seeing this, something I love. Look at this, bullish. Then price got here, and look at how small the candle started acting. You see, small, just small, and we've had a break. We had a break. So this break was giving me a lot of confirmation to go bearish, and there was massive news on card, and there was card news, red folder news. So I went down to the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, the news actually spiked. This was the news. The news spiked the market. See, it spiked this, but I knew this was a trap. I knew I was favoring more bearish, but I had my entry on the 5 minute time frame. Let's go. Just in New York. I remember, yeah, actually had my entry around here. And you know, the price hasn't made all this move. So I had my entry around here. I had my stop loss strategically placed over here, and I was targeting a 1 to 4, I think, or 3. Then the price started consolidating. I was expecting it because it broke this neckline. It broke this neckline. We had a 5 minute closure below this neckline, as you can see it. So I was expecting the price, but the price started consolidating, and it was getting to around 3 p.m. Nigerian time, and we had less than. I have a rule, I don't trade after 4 p.m. and we're already getting to 4 p.m. So I was like, maybe the market does not have enough volatility to make the move, and just as I closed it, about 15 minutes later, it's melted. It's melted. I mean, I was impatient, but I gotta follow one of my rules, but I think I have to be more patient. I actually got out at I was risking a low amount. I was risking just 0.5. I normally risk 1% to 1.5. I was risking just 0.5, and it didn't even hit full stop loss. I got out around here for about it's not $30. The price just melted, which would have given me like a 1 to 4, but it doesn't count. So let's see what the new week brings, and I'm probably going to waiting for a retracement up or two, so I can take the trade down, because I'm really expecting us to fill up this gap. So let's see what the new week brings.